Nice Individuals Podcast. This is Thaddeus. I'm here at the Flagler Voice podcast studio. If you guys saw just a little bit ago, we were introducing this concept. This is a studio where people are going to be able to come in, record their ideas, their business, products in this case. And today we have a special guest. Andrew is here with Bee Well Therapeutics. And it's a very cool, innovative technology that he has, essentially. And he's going to tell us more about it. Andrew, it's great to have you here in the podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me, Thaddeus.
So tell me a little bit about your product. Tell me a little bit about your background. Let's start with background.
I have my undergrad in chemistry. This is the first time that I'll be using it, or I have used it since I graduated a long time ago. That's kind of where it started. But overall, from a not educational, but from a working background, I was kind of indirectly trained as an engineer. So I was working for GE, doing various projects from aerospace to locomotive manufacturing, building jet engines, jet engine parts, transducers, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of just different things that I've learned throughout my life that came to help this come to a fruition.
You were at GE. How did we get to the socks and the gloves? And give an introduction of what this product is as well.
So to explain a little bit more, as I said earlier, my undergrad's in chemistry. The way this whole came about is my wife likes to call it the labor of love. I call it I like sleep. He's a brilliant person. He's a board-certified dermatologist at Parks Dermatology. They have offices everywhere. She suffers from hand eczema, from seeing numerous patients a day, going in and out of patient rooms, washing her hands thoroughly in between patients. Just it tears her up, tears up her skin. To the point where her hands were stuck closed, and it was miserable for everyone.
Wait. You said her hands were stuck closed?
Yes. So the moisture was just completely removed.
Oh, wow.
And I was getting cracked fissures in her hands and her palms and in her creases. And it was just, water dissolves everything every time. It's just not very kind to her skin and her hands. And then you add on the number of washes in a day and then compound that over a week. And then it wasn't. And we got kids at home, so, just more washing of hands and things like that. So it's just been a lot of just cleaning. It's like 2020 all over again. It is what it is. So we make the best of it.
So what you're saying, though, really is COVID didn't help that with the excessive hand washing. That made it worse.
Oh, yeah. Hell for everybody. And, anybody that has any sort of eczema or psoriasis on their hands or whatever, it's just going to exacerbate it because it's just, you're adding water to a fire, but yet it's not really quenching the thirst. It's just making things worse in the end.
Now, you said that it was keeping you up and her up at night?
So the protocol for eczema currently, up until present, is white cotton glove, which is like what I have here. But it's a lot more than, my product's a lot more than that. So,
let me see.
So you'll feel like the weight difference overall.
Yeah.
So for hand eczema, what they tell you to do, there's 3 methods. There's the white cotton glove, which is pretty well, you can get off Amazon for dirt cheap. And you'll lube up your hands with either your steroid or a mixture of steroids and moisturizers or whatever you're comfortable with. And you'll put on your white cotton glove. And logic is that it's going to protect your skin. But at the end of the day, what we've seen is over time, all it really does is your topical ends up going into that fabric. It doesn't really do anything. It just leaves very little for the skin to absorb and to treat your problem. So what I've done is I've taken a proprietary beeswax-based solution and I treat the fabric. So inevitably what happens is your moisturizer or your topical gets trapped between essentially the beeswax cloth and your skin. So it's not going to get absorbed into my fabric. It's not going to evaporate into the air. It's not going to get rubbed off onto your steering wheel or wherever onto your sheets. It's going to just stay where you put it. Now, on top of that, beeswax is extremely rich in fatty amino acids, which is really what your skin is looking for when it's damaged. So you're taking a vitamin cloth that your skin is looking for, and you're applying your topicals. So you just created the optimal environment for your skin to heal. And it's been amazing. Like I said earlier, whenever I was doing the whole research and development part of this, my wife came to me during one of the iterations and she said, hey, what was taking me over 10 days to do was now taking me 3 or less. So her hands were taking her a long time just because of the washings continuously between patients and day to day to day. But with my materials, it creates that occlusive environment, yet breathable. So the body is still able to breathe, but yet all it's doing is absorbing in what you put in.
A shortened period of time, her hands were able to heal? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so we accelerated the healing process by over 50%.
Oh, wow.
So what was taking her over 10 days to heal is now taking her 3 or less.
Oh, wow.
early stages where that's the anecdotal data that we have for right now. We are looking at trials here in the future as things progress, just to show other people, that say, hey, this really does accelerate healing. But with occlusion, the science behind occlusion is nothing new. It's just nobody until present has controlled the level of occlusion. So it's either been a complete vapor barrier, where it's going to cause, after so long, 20 minutes or longer, you're going to have cellular dehydration, maceration, your skin's going to start breaking down. It's just not a fun thing. And you normally see that with plastic gloves. Like you put your topical on, you put a plastic glove on, you will occlude it, but if you don't take it off fast enough or wait too long, you're actually going to undo what you were trying to do.
Oh, wow.
Negative feedback there. But what's fun with this is this has all of the effects without any of the side effects. So you have the protection, you have the occlusion, but it's breathable. So you don't have any of the side effects on any of the current products that are on the market. So you are able to get that medication or hydration deeper into the cells at a faster rate, which it cuts down your healing time and just makes everybody happy and live a better life faster.
Now, one of the things, too, that I wanted to touch on is that you were showing the gloves, but there's something else here. Do you have that on your side? Because okay, let me hand you this one then.
So I have gloves, socks, I have sleeves, which I didn't bring. So my sleeves are great for arms and legs, depending on. So I'm built like a hockey player. My legs are really got thick legs, and my sleeves can get up almost all the way up my groin if I really pull them. My medium sleeves are wonderful for toddler legs. I've had them used on toddlers, and we also have baby onesies as well for extreme cases where adolescents will have eczema head to toe, and when that happens, it's miserable. If the baby's not sleeping, nobody's sleeping. No. It's literally hell for everybody. But to show you, the sock, it's pliable. I put some stretch into it so that for bigger feet or smaller feet, whenever you get them, there'll be various stiffness. Some will be a little more stiffer than others. You just break it loose, work it a little bit, get the wax warm, and then you slide it on. And from there, you put your topical on, you put this on, and you're rocking and rolling. We recommend wearing them at night just to reduce the amount of possible soiling around your house, or you wear them and put a clean pair of slippers on. Put on a tennis shoe or something like that. You can do that as well. But optimally, throw them on at night, take them off in the morning, and then you'll see a noticeable difference the first night. In harder cases, the longer you wait, the more dry your skin, the longer it's going to take. But I've had some people that were just pour up from the skin side of things, and within a week or two, and they're like, wow, this really did it. It just takes longer. All comes down to, obviously the strength of prescription your providers. It's been a lot of fun. We got a lot of amazing feedback from everybody, samples that I've given out and the sales that I've made. It's been fun.
Now, before we got on camera, you were talking about the life expectancy of products like this. Can you tell the audience about that?
If they follow the instructions and wash hair dry. Detergent, we like to use all free and clear just because there's no scents and things like that. It'll last about 90 uses. It really comes down to pennies a day, what it would take from the time that you buy it till you have to replenish it. We all work hard for our money. I want you to, utility out of my product, but yet at the same time, make it affordable. So like I said, a couple cents a day, and your skin's going to be newer, even better than it was before you tried, for sure.
So one thing that really stands out to me about this product is the healing factor. So I had foot surgery several times.
Oh, wow.
And if I had something like this, I'm sure it would have healed the skin much better. So I have scars there. And I imagine if you have a better environment for healing, those scars would be minimized, not necessarily completely gone, but minimized, or the healing would be better.
Absolutely. I can't really give any recommendations as far as what I would have used to treat a scar. I know the dermatology field has thousands of examples or hundreds of examples to use. Absolutely. Put that topical on with my product. And I actually had some people come to me and look for occlusive bandages, which I've done some R&D on, and I've started to create just for different applications. I had one lady say that she has lung cancer, and they were radiating her skin through to get to the lung, and she had that that burn mark that she had to keep covered. And they were telling her to use Aquaphor, which is a wonderful substance, but it was ruining her clothes. It was staining them, and she's like, I have beautiful clothes and I'm ruining them, but yet look nice, especially with all of the problems going through chemo and take care of herself. And I was like, hey, we can do something here. So I worked with her and created some little patch to make things right and help her out. And it's the utility here is amazing. It really is a new topical delivery system, something that's unlike anything else that I've found for sure.
one of the things that is super important as it relates to this too is, look, we are in Florida. I've heard it called God's waiting room. I've heard it called a lot of different things, but I think as you age, you heal slower.
Yeah.
And so if we have a product that's out that can speed that up, can we be protecting our elderly population here?
Yeah, absolutely. Safe for all ages. Like I said, having the baby onesie, I'm confident in my product. I'm confident that it can help all ages, shapes, solid, sizes, colors, ethnicities. It doesn't matter. You're all roughly the same. It just looks a little bit different on top, but otherwise, it's the same process we all go through to heal. Diabetics, they can use it from the breathability because it's occlusive, but it's still breathable. So they're able to apply those topicals or keep their feet moist so they don't have the diabetic ulcers and things like that. They wear them at night. I originally invented it for eczema, and I thought that was all it was good for. And then I really started diving in. I was like, oh my, this is a lot different than what I thought it was. It was pretty cool. Learning and thinking and figuring out as I go.
How can someone get in contact with you? How do they order this product? Tell us more about that.
So right now, everything's 100% online. BeWellTherapeutics.com is my website. If you're a store and you're looking at, you want to carry my product, you have bulk pricing available. If that's something you want to do, doctor's office, pharmacy, what have you, it's all definitely able and willing to work with anybody that wants to carry my line. Right now, though, everything is online 100%. I have some better examples and some better videos that show and talk about how the product does work. Like it really is nature's product. Trying to make everybody better.
I love that. And I just love the idea of obviously making society better through innovative techniques. A lot of things have been invented just because of necessity. And in your case, not just necessity, but a love of your wife, which is also always good. So any closing remarks that you might have as it concerns this product or what's on the horizon for you in this product?
There's a lot coming down the pipeline right now. I just get ready to turn a year in September. So it's been a fun year getting to this point. There's still plenty of ramp to go. I'm super thrilled. I got a conference I'll be going to in Arizona in the coming months, talking to some of the bright minds in podiatry. If you got any sort of thing like you want to try or whatever, call me. When you place an order, you get my business card, which gives you my cell phone number. So if you call it, don't text it, call it. You're going to get me. I don't check the number for text messages. I get enough of those, and it's just I don't remember, but I will remember if you call me.
Sure.
So call the number, you'll talk to me and only me. And if you got problems, we'll figure it out. I will work with you directly. If my product doesn't work, we'll figure it out. I'm not going to let you high and dry. I want this to work for you, and I know it will if you give it time. Like I said, check me out online, click the button, place an order, help small business, help a veteran. It's all good.
Dude, I did not know you were a veteran. That's so cool. What branch were you in?
Army.
Yep. Very cool. What did you do?
No,
what they told me to do?
What they told me to do, pretty much. I was on the commission side, so I got out as a captain in the Army in 2020. My wife's career was getting ready to take off, and I was winding down, and I was like, this is a good pause point for me, so I can check out what it's like to be a civilian again, since I haven't been one since before college. And I discovered this, and it's just been a blast. Hold on tight, man. Every day's a new day.
Folks, reach out to Andrew through his website. It's Bee Well Therapeutics. It's a great website to take a deeper dive into his product. This product can reduce that healing time by about 50%. It helps with keeping your clothes from being stained, things like that. It really traps in those nutrients without completely occluding. Isn't that right?
Correct.
I want to thank Andrew from Bee Well Therapeutics for joining us on the Be Nice Individuals podcast, which was hosted here at the Flagler Voice podcast studio. Again, this space is for rent for anyone that wants to come out and talk about their business, their ideas, or their products. We'll see you next time.